Hello, everybody. I'm Rabbity11, and welcome to episode 3 of SpudCraft. So, I'm going to show you guys a couple quick little things that I did before I get into what was a very jam-packed start to episode 3. So, at the moment, not a lot has changed since episode 2 base-wise. It's still full of heads. I still haven't done anything in the enchanting room. I still haven't done any progress on the tunnel down here. We did, however, I'll explain that in a second. We did, however, completely finalize, which you did kind of see, but I didn't really walk through. We did we did finalize the storage room, so it looks a bit better. I still have to do the ceiling, but relatively done now, which is nice. I also moved the portal. And we had a little... Oh, there's so many things going on here. Okay, one thing at a time. We had a guest appearance on the server for one night. My little brother joined for a little bit, so he left a little sign. I got his head before he hopped off. Uh, you know what? I need to check this while I'm right here. Okay, for the cobble. Oh, I know what this is from. I paid Eric a little while back in a bunch of cobble, and in return, I wanted either rockets or a discount on his rocket shop. And it seems that he's given me a whole bunch of rockets, which is beautiful. That's fantastic. I absolutely need rockets. There's Kai. Hi, Kai. Um, and then if we go up here, speaking of Kai, there's a chest here that I have been waiting to open so that I could show off whatever's inside. I kind of already know, but it seems that he finally gave us he gave us a happy guest. It's all like a little gift. I have a blue harness. I'm very excited. We have ancient debris, some gold, some diamonds, name tags, a little leather as well. I'm very excited to hydrate this happy guest and finally have my own. We also have an LA over here too. Caden said that I could have it, so we have to name him as well at some point. And then if we go back here, that hasn't changed yet, but it will hopefully change soon, because I have some ideas now. And then this was the other little thing my little brother left. He wanted to build something on the server, and so we built a little statue of his head, and he picked out a tree, a sapling out of my sapling box, and we planted a couple here as well and made a little bench. And there's even, I don't have the key for it, but there's even a little secret entrance back here, and you can enter his head, and he left a little sign in there too. So that was really fun. I had a good time. But now I think it's time to just get on with it and show you what happened. Actually, no. Instead of showing you, I think it'll be much quicker and much easier if I just recreate what happened. So sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, and enjoy my little theater show that I'm going to put on the tragic tales of Rabbity and Delayed Healer, the Nether. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away called SpudCraft, there were two players, Rabbity11 and Delayed Healer 97, and they thought that they could do something cool. Hello, Rabbity. I think we should go to the Nether. Wow, Kai, that is a fantastic idea. I really want to go to the Nether and get the netherite smithing template so that we can finally have netherite armor. Yes, that is exactly what I want to do in the Nether too. So let's go find a bastion. Sounds like a plan. And so, the brave explorers went searching the Nether for a bastion until suddenly they spotted something in the distance. Oh my god! Look at that! It's a bastion! Whoa! That's so cool! Now we can finally get our smithing template. Bam! Death. And then there was one. That's okay, Kai. You might have died, but I will get us that smithing template, and I will do great things for us. And the silly lone rabbity thought that this was a good idea to go into a bastion all alone without anybody else for help. And that's when she came across the evil piglin. Uh-oh! It's a piglin! Oh no! He's knocked me into lava! And now I am drowning in lava, and then poof! Oh no! I have died and lost all of my stuff. Says the evil piglin. I killed you! And so then, Rabbity and Kai decide to make their way back to the bastion to try and recover all of their stuff. And it goes a little something like this. We've made it back to the bastion, and look, there is all of our stuff on the ground. Let's go and collect it. Wham! Oh no! The evil piglin has hit me again. I have died and lost all of my stuff again. Wham! Oh no! The evil piglin has killed Kai, and now we've both lost all our stuff again. And so, then the silly adventurers, they thought, well, we've died twice. Let's go back and try again. And so then they went back and they tried again. And unlike last time, the story went a little bit different. Because this time, the silly adventurers, they brought Kai's elytra along for the ride. And they thought that this would be a good idea. And the moment that they arrived at the bastion, oh my goodness! Oh no! It's a piglin! He's still here, guarding our stuff! I know! I see it! It's terrifying and horrifying! And then, BAM! And then I die. But, unlike the last time, Kai didn't die. He managed to get away with the stuff. And so then we came up with the master plan, and we decided I would come back with an ender chest. And then what we would do is we would both put all of the stuff that we could manage to collect into the ender chest, and then we would just die and it would be all safe. And so, the brave adventurer Rabbity made her way over to Kai. Oh my goodness, Kai, you're alive still! Yeah, I'm alive still! Water and stuff. And yeah! And so then, as the adventurer Rabbity went to put the ender chest down, the evil piglin came back. Oh no! And then he killed Kai. And then he killed me. And then we lost all of our stuff again and we did not get any of it back. The end. So, it's sidetrack time. Lost all my stuff. Can't get it back. The piglin birds suck. The nether sucks. Everything sucks. I'm not actually that upset about it. It's just gonna be a pain in the butt to get back, but I'm gonna go do a bunch of grindy stuff, try and get some stuff back. I see Kai's up there too. He might have something. But then I'll report back afterwards once I hopefully have some more diamonds because I'm broke. I think I only have 3 in my chest. So let's go do some strip mining. Okay, so I'm in the process of end busting to try and get both me and Kai's elytra back, and I wasn't gonna record any of this, but I had to hit record on this because I have just found I've never seen this before. I don't know if this is base game or if this is Biomes of Plenty, but I haven't seen this before. Nobody's mentioned finding this kind of building before or sent any pictures of it. So I had to hit record, and we're just gonna explore very carefully together because I don't know what's gonna be in here. If anything, I did borrow Taylor's elytra so that I could fly around easier. So let's see, maybe what's up top here? Ouch. Oh, chorus fruit. Is this base game maybe? I mean, it's all base game items. I'm really scared I'm gonna come across something. I'm a little nervous. I'm really glad that there's no heart rate monitor set up for this. Cause I'm a little nervous. I really don't want to die with Taylor's elytra. I've already lost Kai's today. I can't continue that streak and lose hers as well. But I don't understand. And look at him. No, I didn't. Okay. I don't understand. Is this just a bunch of empty buildings? Is there anything, hold on, is there anything below this? Maybe this is just an, no? Alright, let's check out these guys. Is it just chorus fruit? Is that the only thing in these? Oh, there's chains in this one. Alright. Um, what in here? More chains. Oh, okay, this is kind of creepy. The chains implicate something unpleasant. I don't really like the presence of the chains, but there's nothing here. That's what's really creeping me out, is the fact that there's nothing here. All of them are like, why is there just a random door? I haven't sent anything off. What are these things? Wax withered chiseled copper. Okay, well, that was super weird, but I'm just going to keep moving on and keep going through the end and hopefully find the two elytra that I'm after. Okay, we've officially made it back, and we have a good amount of stuff. So, not only did I get 3 elytra, I have 2, oh no, yeah, no, I have 2 shulkers and a bit worth of stuff there. I have all of this here as well. Um, let's see. So I have a good amount of things in here. I have ender chests for days as well. I have more in here and Kai's crossbow. Um, there's so much stuff. So what I'm gonna do, I think, is over here I still have Kai's shulker box. I think I'm going to. He's really stubborn when it comes to gifts. So I am going to give him some of the stuff that I got from the ships, because technically I never would have gone to the ships if I hadn't lost his elytra. So technically this gear is all his, because without him I never would have gone there. So I'm hoping that that workaround will be acceptable to him. Because I don't want all of this gear for myself. I really want to give him some more stuff besides the elytra that I lost. Um, so I think I'm gonna give him, like, there's a lot of iron stuff. I don't want to give him iron. I think he deserves, honestly, he deserves netherite. But most of what I have is iron, so I'm gonna give him iron because I think that's also going to help him feel like he can accept it more easily. Um, Maybe I'll give him a spear too. I'll give him back his crossbow. Uh, I'll give him back his stack of potatoes as well. And we are going to remake a light tra-la-la-la. A light tra-la-la-la version 2. And to appease him, I'm gonna also use the mending books that he gave me, to make some of this. So that way, it doesn't really balance out. I still need to give him so much more in order for it to balance out, but it's a start. And then that way he has at least some nice armor, even if it's not diamond, and I don't feel quite as bad about the events of earlier today. So I'm gonna go work on that, and I will get back to you guys once it's done. Okay, we are now in Bamboo Land. I have Kai's Kai box here. Inside, we have various pieces of armor from the ship. We have a spear from the ship, his crossbow that managed to survive the entire nether ordeal. I forgot to call them. Hold on. Elytra la la. His Elytra la la. His sword, which I also got from the ship. An axe, I also got from the ship. And then his 64 potatoes that also survived the entire nether ordeal. So, I'm hoping he'll accept this. We have the sign and everything else set up here. So now, it's on to actually doing what I had planned to do today. So let's head back to the base. Okay, so one of my plans that I have for episode 3 is to work on my farm, because it's not SpudCraft without a giant, massive potato farm. And I have also really been struggling for food, so it only makes sense to make a giant potato farm. Now, I am struggling a little bit with where I want to put it. I'm kind of thinking maybe to have it kind of start here, and it'll cover all this area and come around here. and then maybe over here somewhere. The only issue is that we have the statue here, and I don't really want the farm to go in front of the statue because it would look a little weird to have this as like an island, especially with all the trees. So I'm a little stumped on what I want to do exactly. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the couple of fir trees behind me. That'll be step one. And step two will probably be just flattening this whole area out so that it's on the same Y level as the tree currently is, and then kind of going from there and seeing how I want to build the farm. I want to do it, I want to have a similar style to how Tay has her farm. So if we go over to Tay's house very quickly, uh, I like, well, ignoring all the bamboo, I like how hers looks very natural and it just kind of slowly goes up, uh, like so, and you have different levels. I want to put, to avoid things like this happening to me, I want to put some slabs or something just so that people don't accidentally break my crops if they're walking through. But I really like this idea of having like a very natural kind of layered farm like this. So I want to do something similar, but on a maybe larger, more potato-y scale compared to her, and without all the bamboo that has now invaded her house. So that's the plan for now. And let's get going. So this was probably one of the first projects that I've done where I didn't get so distracted that I worked on it for multiple days. We did get a little sidetracked, and as you can see, we did a raid, but other than that, I actually stayed on task for the most part. You can see that I wander off now and then and I go and do other things, but I didn't go so far that it ever rendered out of distance, really, and the only time I really went away was to repair my tools and stuff. So I think overall, this actually went really well, and I'm really quite proud of how it turned out in the end. What's really funny is that the end design of it, I find that it looks a lot like a coffee bean, but other people have said that it actually looks a lot like a potato to them, and I think that it's so perfect if it really does look like a potato to people that I happen to have my spud farm in a potato-y shape and design completely on accident. I just kind of went with what was feeling right to me in the moment. But I'm really quite proud of this farm and how it turned out. Okay, so now that we have the farm officially done and built, we can focus on the real reason as to why I wanted a giant piece of land just filled with farm and random, this is very important, the random water spots are not just poor design. They have a purpose to them. They are hiding, hold on, where'd it go? They are hiding this one, which is a secret entrance. And if we go into the secret entrance, we come across a secret room. And this room is going to be the start of my Spud cult, Spud HQ. We're still pending on the names of what we're going to call the followers, but we're going to call our book of worship the Spud Moir, and we're going to be following the Spud Mandments, the 10 Spud Mandments. Yep. But the reason that I've wanted this built is because I'm going away for a couple days, and I want to leave someone with just a little wee surprise, a little foolery, a little sputtery, one may say. So I wanted to build the room so that I could then say that the Spud cult has officially spudded its first victim. Okay, so I've officially filled out the potato portion of the farm. The carrots are a very slow process. I'll deal with those later. But now it is officially time to go and spud someone. So originally I was going to spud Taylor as my first victim. She has all these item frames and stuff all along her house, and I was gonna use those to my advantage to put as many spuds as possible, but I've decided I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm gonna wait because there's somebody else who's much more deserving of a prank. And as much as he is nice to everybody, Kai has also bambooed the crap out of pretty much everyone on the server. Now, with my help in many of those occasions, but that's besides the point. Point is, it's only fair that he gets pranked and becomes the first victim of a spudding. Now, you may be asking yourself two questions. The first question is, well, why on earth would we ever spud people? If we're a potato cult, why aren't we preserving the potatoes instead? And to that, I say this. The goal of a spudding is to spread the love and joy and power of the potato to everybody else on the server and to try and convert them into one of our own followers of the spud. Now, you may also be thinking to yourself, well, isn't this just a really elaborate excuse to go and prank a bunch of people by putting potatoes all over their house? And to that, I say yes, it absolutely is. Okay, so I'm back in Spud HQ after a successful spudding, and we now have the almighty potato that we can worship. So, Spud HQ momentarily done and on pause while I'm away, but at least it's here, which means that now we can spud people within reason. You know, we have a reason to spud people because we're worshiping the potato. We're a potato cult. It makes sense. Before it was just an average prank, but now it has reason. It has the almighty potato that controls all of our movements. The potato speaks to us and it tells us what to do. And so that's why people are being spudded now. And with that, we can officially call it the end of episode 3. I think I'm going to leave whatever happens to my base for the start of episode 4. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you guys next time.